Hello, Arc Matter here. Today is versus, as I got me a special guest star. My oldest son is here. We're gonna talk about tablets, and he brought his iPad Mini, and I'm gonna ask him a few questions. His iPad Mini is the 16 gig. It's the has a 1.2 cam. Of course, you know it's got the A7. It's dual core CPU. 512 DDR3, 7.9 display, and 20 by 48 by 1536 screen pixelation. Why do you like the Apple stuff?
The best part about Apple is its, of course, sleek design. Aside from the price point, I think that it offers optimal battery life. Of course, with Apple products, you have FaceTime, or with other tablets, you have Skype, which is through another application. I just really love it for the simplicity and how easily you can link it to all your other devices, which now is becoming more common with other tablets also.
Okay, and that also I think has the Retina display, and it's got really good sound. I take it.
Yeah, it has excellent sound.
Yeah, but can it do this? Can it do that? I'm just kidding. Go ahead.
Like, Pandora sounds awesome on it. I'm gonna go ahead and open it real quick.
Yeah, go ahead. Make sure you don't show your email address.
It has pretty fast start time. That's at its loudest volume. But with, like, of course, with the headphones, it's even better because the headphones that come with, like, say, your iPod or iPhone linked with this would has better sound quality. I just use regular Sony headphones for this, and the bass is pretty good.
Okay, and my son's a big fan of the Apple stuff. I'm not. That's why this is kind of a versus, because he's a big fan of the Apple stuff and I'm not. It doesn't mean I don't like it, it's just I'm not a fan of it, because I don't think, as a modder or deviator or somebody from the XDA or whatever, this is my opinion, is that you can't, anything on the iTunes you have to pay for. You have to pay for your apps, right?
Yeah.
I don't have to pay for my, I have to pay for some of my apps, but if I want to, which, here it is the Trio. If I want to run this Trio, I don't have the pixelation and everything he's got, but the Trio, resolution is not as high. It's close. But if I want to use it to put apps on, I can plug this into my computer and I can slide load apps right in. You can't do that with Apple because they're proprietary.
Yeah. Apple more so uses the cloud. And
yeah, they use the cloud.
One thing I do love about is the App Store is we're loading applications from the App Store that we know are saved from an encrypted marketware, so as like Droid is a free marketplace where anybody could put apps on there.
It's open source.
Yeah.
More open source. But people want Apple to be more open source, but they won't be open source. Well, unless, I know there's a lot of Apple people out there know how to do a lot of the stuff that they already jailbreak their iPhones and everything else and stuff like that. So, I mean, if you want to put enough content, open source on the Android stuff, I think is more acceptable. It goes a little quicker.
Which I know on Apple it kills the creativity kind of.
Yeah,
for,
it does.
the free with not having a free marketplace, right. And you have to go through the actual Apple licensings and stuff.
Right, and you have to use the cloud. I don't have to use the cloud. This is 16 on board, up to 32. So all I got to do is put if I want to flash my ROM or anything like that, I just put the SD card in my Android and I can flash my ROM and do pretty much anything. And I can put KaizenMod on there or anything like that. Here's a shout out to KaizenMod. Here's KaizenMod. Here's the KaizenMod people. But Kaiser Mod has a self-installer thing now too, and if your device has the right thing, you can pretty much one click mod your devices now. Like I said, I don't have nothing against Apple. I just think that using the cloud is kind of neat, but a lot of people want to put their stuff. You can put stuff on a SD card and drop it right into the Android stuff. Yeah.
I know more so Apple is. I know everybody wants Apple because of the name, which is one thing you are paying for, but you're also paying for quality. And I know, like, when I purchased my MacBook Air, it was actually manufactured over in Asia, but assembled in California, which is kind of confusing to most people, but you are investing in a product that is from the United States, but none of the inner workings are like most electronics now.
Yeah. Well, I like the fact that I actually get to see one, because I've never seen I've seen them in the store, but never actually got to mess around with one. But I'm a big freak about image quality. I like the size of the Mini. I like it a lot better than the iPad. I'll give it that, too, on that. And it's more, I think, comfortable when it can fit, like, in your hands like this or whatever, instead of... That's why I think people had such high hopes for this 10-inch Trio. I think a lot of people thought, oh, great, this is going to be so close. But it is. I mean, like I've stated to a lot of people, the Trio is a lot of fun because it's perfect for the Black Friday price, what I paid for it to mod it or flash it or whatever. But overall, Mach speed is failing in the fact that updating it and everything. So that's why a lot of my subscribers and one or two are trying to really work hard at getting the script and dumping it and making their own ROM or stock ROM. Oh, I forgot to say that my episode is brought to Kikkoman soy sauce. I forgot to put that in.
I know. Back to about the size and comfortability of the tablets. One thing that I'm not super fond of is how quickly my iPad, when I'm holding really it, wants to rotate, but I know you can lock
you can
the
set
screen.
That, I bet.
And one of the deciding factors of buying between the Mini and the regular iPad right now, which are both on sale for $300 at Walmart,
you had to throw that in there at Walmart.
This is the newer model, and then also how easily it sits in my hand, and with it being so cheap, I was able to afford the smart screen, which is
cover.
Pretty nice.
Smart cover.
And if I can get it to fold.
Yeah, you can do a little kickstand. There you go. So you can type a little. So I think you kind of have it. You got to see the iPad Mini. I don't think it was too much of a versus, because I don't think we have really too much to bicker about, because I know what he likes and he knows what I like. So there isn't much arguing there. The difference between the two is platforms, I think. iOS on there and Android on here, being that the hugest difference, which makes it's a big weight in the hands of a lot of people, is not being able to change the way that Apple's got it so locked down to where Android is very more open source. Now, they're not totally open source, but it's almost 80% or more open source. So they both have their good things. If you're a person that really likes the Apple, that's just it. You really like it. And Android is me. But I'm not against any. Tablets, because I like tablets. Period. But well, this is it for me. Here's the video that I promised. So this is Arc Matter, and please subscribe. Please like, and hopefully I'll have another video on by next week. Until then, have a nice weekend. And goodbye.
Serve responsibly.
Yeah, serve responsibly.